forgot to charge my controller, so we're not doing a game. Oh, and I just took a nap, so I feel weird waking up. But yeah, we're just gonna do a little bit of about an hour. Nothing too long. Kind of short. I gotta get the music in. Oh, we're at the end of the thing. Okay, I was just checking my photos, but yeah, this is pretty much a log about March 14th, 2020. From whatever pictures I took. I'm pretty sure this was like one of the circus events that they had here at our college on a Saturday. And I say Saturday because if I remember correctly, what I did on that Saturday during that sort of semester, from like January to May, that's supposed to be the semester. It's like the pandemic hit. Eventually, everyone had to stay home. I became a slouch, ending up playing a ton of Final Fantasy 14 for fun and just slouching off during a class. Not great, but I remember this day, it was on a Saturday, because what I did on Saturday was I took a class that was, we had to have class on Saturdays. And one of these classes was actually supposed to be theater. Actually, yes, I was in a theater class on a Saturday. It was because I respected the teacher a lot during that time. He was a cool teacher, but nowadays it's kind of overwhelming because he's like, I remember following him on Facebook, or having him on friends on Facebook, and he's overly Republican as hell. So, yeah, it was just hard to follow him now. But then he was pretty cool. Although, yeah, he got into some arguments with my friends regarding like politics and stuff. So the one thing I just want to feel like is that I just want to enjoy his teaching. I don't want to hear his politics. Like, oh man. So yeah, pretty much. But he was a music and theater teacher, and he took one sabbatical during like 2018, I believe, where he was gonna write a play. He would take some time off. He's tenured at our college, and he would take some time off to write some plays that he had some experience with, like whether it become like Buddhism, or he wrote interesting books regarding war stuff. It was just he was an interesting guy. Really interesting guy. I'll say that. But I didn't want to deal with politics or anything. But yeah, this time on a Saturday, it was theater class. We had like about, was like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock up to 12 o'clock or something. That's what I think it was. And I did take the bus that day, so I remember, luckily I got to like Like we got to see like the carnival out here for free. Like you can see people are just standing out, and they had the one guy with like the balancing rail where you could like flip it at the platform. So like the whole fencing, easy stepping, but man, that is a terrifying thing to go high up in the air sometimes. And have people throw up your weight so you can actually keep going. Pretty much. And I had my camera in my backpack this time, and we didn't pay for anything inside. We just saw this outside, pretty much. Did anyone think about like cameras at this time? I mean, this is my second semester into cameras, but at the same time, I was like, that's cool. I might as well just take some pictures for like a memory of what to do. We didn't pay at all. We just sat at the bus stop waiting for a ride to go home. Pretty much. So, yeah, this is just a bunch of random shots regarding one of these carnival, the circus acts in the carnival. Really cool. I thought I could get some kind of interesting photo, but you know, I'm not too sure. That's the weird thing. So I was like, just flipping cameras and flipping at angles of what to take. And I was like, you know, this is not too bad. I'm about to take this. Luckily, the white balance isn't so bad. It's decent, but the whole composition of it all is just finicky because I know it's like an event thing, and I really wasn't into taking events things at the time, so I was still kind of deep into nighttime landscapes at this point. But since the pandemic hit, then we had to like eventually stay in our houses. At that point, I was like, oh, it's not too bad. God, the pandemic was really weird though, because oh man, I remember 2020 being a dream. Like sometimes like I remember sometimes catching the bus during our pandemic because I had to go to the store and get some medicine, like and it was just empty. It was really weird, really finicky and weird, but I was like, man, this is so cool. No one's out here. At the same time, so I have some kind of anxiety against people. I don't like going to real big events or anything like that. I'll go, but just enjoy with friends, but that's about it. I don't know. In some cases, I'll go myself because I know I have to do like photography and just try to comfort myself down, trying not to leave or trying not to like screw up when I want to do my own projects. For taking photos, like this is pretty cool. Dude, maybe I can adjust this. I try to do rule of thirds, but you know. Yeah, so. And who knows if I'm gonna ever post these pictures. But, I mean, I just remember, yeah, this is just a memory that I had. And we took, so yeah. My other friends are waiting for the buses to go back home. I forgot if I went to like one of the Filipino restaurants in the area to go get food before a class. But yeah, I was like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna drive today. I'm just gonna catch the bus. That's not too bad. Yeah, so it's really not much for me to talk about too much because we might like pretty much end early, but oh man. And I remember theater class, when I took theater class, I wasn't like, I didn't want to take any like specific roles of people. I just wanted to help out the theater. But the problem in the end, because of the pandemic, it screwed everything up. So our teacher had to like eventually cancel our class. So everyone had to stay home during the pandemic. And then afterwards, it was like he ran the class like a year later. So he did have his play in like 2022 or 23 at some point, but we weren't in like a lot of people like who were in the first class weren't in the second class. A lot of people weren't. Some were like the main role might have been the same person, but yeah, like a lot of people weren't. Some people, like some of them were from international. They took the international program study abroad from Japan, so they couldn't do it again. And then there was also some people, yeah, just couldn't take it again. And this is one of those cases where like I kind of regret one of my friends, like that I always bring up, Lexus. I'm kind of sad that he dropped out of class earlier in the year because of like he had family issues too. So eventually he had to go to Oahu to go just manage everything with his life. At some point during this time, it sucked for us because like, oh, we wanted to cruise together, but it is what it is. And yeah, that was brutal. Oh man. Yeah, what's even more sucky is that like I had one of my other like best friends who used to live like not nearby from me, and we still like yeah, he eventually moved to like another spot on the island that was just harder to access at that point too. So it was like easy to pick up, but at least we get to go to class like closer, but it's just a pain in the ass to drive to a certain spot pretty much. So that was another thing I recall. I forgot what it's a specific circus that usually comes in like here on Kauai at certain times of the year. Like they just had one like earlier this year, I think sometime during the summer. That's what it was. Feel free to tell me when to stop if you want to. It was even weirder because, like, next semester, it was like, next semester during, like, fall, between July and then all the way up to December was really weird too because the college was empty during the pandemic. I mean, people in student government, which I tried to do, we managed to go in there and just, like, chill in our rooms, pretty much. But at the same time, it was just like, man, this sucks. Because like most like campus wasn't closed technically, but it was just yeah, a lot of people couldn't hold their classes at the campus because they all had to be online classes. Even me, when sadly eventually I took like classes from like a university at that point, but it was just yeah, having classes just sucked at that time too because it would mostly be on online. Did I like online classes? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Pretty much. Online classes to me were like a pain to go on sometimes because you could still do whatever you want at your home. And I sadly like I paid the price. Even though like some classes passed me because I only attended online for like a little bit and I didn't do it. It was just really weird. Like our photography class. Because yeah, it was hard. Like photography class, it's hard to do your photos unless you like had like Photoshop and all the other stuff like that. Like I have it, but it was just yeah, it's just a travesty for a lot of other students that didn't have that kind of situation. Because I know there was like the Adobe programs where you have to be from school. And they would give you like a $30-$40 discount per month, right? So you get to pay the whole shebang of Adobe stuff for like $30 a month, and I had that for years. It was really interesting to have, but I realized, shoot, some things were kind of tough too, because even the graphic design class, I remember graphic design class I took, but the pain was that we didn't learn Illustrator at all. Like we didn't mess with Illustrator. We mostly messed with Photoshop, which is kind of weird. Cause I know like we didn't make our own graphics or anything like that. We just made posters. And I mean that's part of a use for it, but it was just a drag sometimes that we didn't use Illustrator. But we had to learn in like our basic digital media class. So it's really funny how some things we just don't learn. We couldn't apply. Oh man. Yeah. And then the other thing was that the movie or the theater class we did, the whole theater, it was a play on Siddhartha, one of the guys in Buddhism. So it was a really interesting play to like talk about Buddhism, because our teacher believed in Buddhism too at some point too. So it was just really finicky. So yeah, that's a whole story. And I know our teacher has like a video of the play, but it's hard for me to ask him, because I know if one of my friends asks like if he could get a video of the play, he probably would give it to him. Keiki. So that's the thing. Me and Keiki took some of his singing classes. Yes, I used to sing back then. I tried to do singing classes. I could hit some notes, but it just depends. Pretty much. God, it was so crazy seeing the guy get in and out of the ring for this whole contraption. Momentous contraption, trying to see if you can move it with your momentum. Because you eventually have to like move and walk in the platform carefully. Of course, at that height, it's dangerous unless you're a trained professional. Would have been really funny if it was raining, but you know, I don't know. Yeah. Since we didn't pay for this event and we just saw it outside, of course we couldn't go back inside. We couldn't go in the theater or the Performing Arts Center. There's a whole big ass building right behind here. That's called the Performing Arts Center here at our community college. And it's used for holding a lot of events. I believe in a few days we're probably gonna have an event regarding one of Hawaii's famous comedians of this kind of time, Tumua Tuinei. Tumua Tuinei. He is with the former UFC fighter Rachel Ostrovich. Really cool. Let's see. I could probably flip to another section too at some point, but yeah, this is... God. Man, the memories of the pandemic just screwed me up. Yeah, they were just staying home and then just... Ugh. I'm not really focused too, but just wondering. I think this like I think when I tried checking the prices for these circuses here, it's like $60 or $70, but I would be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. $60 or $70 for the event's kind of respected but crazy. Usually, yeah, so the ring spin. Didn't get a focus on him, so yeah, it's definitely moving a bit quick. Yeah, this is the Performing Arts Center. This big building. They hold it for events, whether it be indoor or outdoor. But yeah, really interesting. It's supposed to be like a theater. Yeah, I remember. God, 2020. I didn't have like the PC at this time. I didn't make Obtuse until like late 2022. But I remember part of this time, like I wanted to try to do streaming a little bit on my own personal stuff, but I realized it was hard to do with just a basic laptop. Like we tried doing I remember like I tried live streaming Left 4 Dead once. Of course, on a basic computer or basic laptop, it's hard to do unless like you have like the function for it, like a gaming laptop. And eventually, I didn't get one till like later the next year, but you know, in like 2021. And it's so weird, like eventually switching to like I had my gaming laptop for about like a year and a half. I still have it, but it's just I don't use it. And it's really weird to see the comparison of speed sometimes. Because eventually luckily my friend like made a list for me to build this PC, and I did. Eventually I built it by myself. I remember, oh god, I had to build it by myself. And then luckily I learned some of the experience of building the PC, but it was just, I'm so salty that my friends didn't have to build theirs. Because one of my friends like had his cousin, like he bought his cousin's PC. Shane bought his cousin's PC, and I was like really salty because he didn't have to work on it at the same time though. But luckily, like he could mess with it at some point. But I'm like, oh man, that's not learning how to do anything. And then my other friend, earlier, like a month ago, Lexus, he just bought like his pre-built PC from Costco instead of like buying all the parts to do it. So I'm like, damn it. Why? But yeah, I didn't know anything when it came to like PC stuff. We just said, I just go on my laptop, just like, oh, let's just watch and try to do something with OBS without learning or seeing like all the things I specifically needed. Like you need like a decent whole processor. Those graphics cards helps a lot. And a lot of things just happen to like happen pretty much. I forgot if he probably didn't do a flip, but yeah, it was just wild seeing the guy trying to do his own momentum. Yeah, so he's pretty much trying to walk. But it went high up. Holy shoot. Oh, that's too high. Too high in brightness. Oh well. He jumped. Let's see. What I remember from like doing theater class those past 3 months was like a whole lot of like rehearsing, practicing like movement, dancing, and everything like that. And there was like a lot of singing practice we had to do too eventually. In some of the other classrooms. Did the jump kick thing. Yeah. We had some dancing practice, some movement regarding everything, and it's just that would have been fun if we had finished it, if it wasn't for the pandemic. But yeah, it is what it is. I was actually supposed to try to do study abroad at some point during the pandemic too, but it was just, yeah. Oh, there's me. Oh man, that reminds me, I gotta get a haircut at some point. Yeah, try to take a picture of myself during the thing too. And then the last thing I took, I think I got home and I was like, oh, I'm bored. I want to take a picture of this. So I remember this picture, it's a charcoal drawing, and I did a drawing of like the Undertaker during this was like last year. This was 2019. Like it was fall 2019 semester, and I was like, our teacher let us do like a final project, and so I was thinking, you know what, I'll draw this because I love wrestling, and I was like, you know what, maybe we'll try the Undertaker. The only pain for me when I was taking drawing class is that I was like dog shit at pretty much dog shit at doing a lot of drawings because I couldn't get my proportions right. As much as I could have practiced, like I was just struggling. But yeah. But then eventually I was like, one of our things we got to learn was like charcoal drawing, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So I'll stick to it, and I did this, but I still messed up because one of the ears is like, the ear on the right is too fucking big, but like the whole face is like decent. some degree, but I didn't learn my lesson at some points because eventually I was supposed to tone it. I was supposed to like create like some tone with like making it all gray eventually, and then just try to see what parts we could make it as like dark, and then just which parts like eventually look decent. But it looks decent, I guess. But yeah, the only pain in the ass is that fucking ear on the right. Well, yeah, that's pretty much all the photos I have here. I could probably move to another set of pictures, but I don't know. But this was pretty much like, yeah, half an hour of like, yeah, whatever pictures I took about this guy when we were waiting for the bus. Actually, you know what? Here, fuck it. Fuck it, doesn't matter to me. We'll do another one. Yeah, so we'll still stick to the 2020 vibe. I don't know what this is. Could be inappropriate. Who knows? I don't know, but you know what? Is what it is. Come on. Yes, I pretty much have all my photos. Let's see. What do we got from this March 7th? That means I have to change the title because I can't just do like 30 minutes like and just be like, oh, end it. No, we got to do like a full hour. Oh no, this was the. Uh-oh, wait, no. I remember talking about this. You know, let's screw it. Yeah, let's talk about this too. Let's talk about this whole event. I'll repeat talking about this. This was what? This March 5th, 2020. This was one of our last classes. This was supposed to be for like photography class, and I was just messing with the camera, right? Eventually, we decided to like take pictures here, at like a So yeah, Kauai has quite a few sugar mills. Like produce, like we grew sugar cane here in Hawaii too. That's one of the biggest things that we grew during those 1900s. But eventually, the mill shut down in like the 2000s. Eventually, and Lihue was like, I don't know if it was one of the first ones or the last ones that shut down. But we decided to take like photos at like an abandoned sugar mill. Most of the stuff was already taken out, but it's just this place like was camped probably by like a lot of like druggies or like whoever people were camping here. Is what it is. And whoever the student was that suggested, oh, let's take pictures at a sugar mill, just was a pain in the ass. I would say that because I was like, we heard like, okay, our teacher has like 2 classes she teaches during it was like the Tuesday, I recall, and one of the places that they went to was a farm. They got to take pictures at a farm, and we have to park like at the narrow like road of the right by the sugar mill. So it's just like, yeah, it could be cool, but it was just like, man, they got a farm and we got a sugar mill. And the glitter, oh, glitter, oh my god, look at that, that horrible bokeh and that horrible blur. Yeah, oh man, hopefully we didn't get glitter on the camera or anything like that. That was, Jesus Christ. They could turn the tone. And then there, it's magically beautiful. But yeah, this class was, oh man, a lot of us got salty and irritated. A lot of us got irritated because it was just like, yeah, we had to go all the way to a sugar mill, but luckily we got to go to like, we stopped like at a restaurant later. I didn't drive, so luckily like some of our friends like had cars, they had to drive to it, and it was just painful. It was just painful like just to go like around the mill. Oh my god. Yeah. That model was cool. Yeah, we had this is the road. Everyone had the parking on the side of the road. And then, oh fudge, wait. And then I gotta make a habit of trying to de-escalate. No, where is it? Oh, what do we gotta take out? Yes. We gotta have a, yeah, oh look, I'm showing the license plate. Oh no, who owns this vehicles? Oh shit, no, not the line. Okay, enter it. Yeah, luckily AI AI is sadly making the world go too round. In certain cases. Oh my god. Yeah, we're getting those, and that bot is just hitting things up like flies. Good god. Yeah, so, yeah, we can't even see that place to play that. But yeah, we had to like park around here. Luckily people could park, but it's just, yeah, just a bad area, I think. It was. And I know I talked about this already, but yeah, and then, yeah, there's one of my friends in the class. We had like a thing where like, so his ex-wife, I say ex-wife now because they're separated, but his ex-wife took the first class, but then he took the second class. It's just, but it was a mix of class because it was just photography at like different levels, pretty much. Like you could take like certain times. So I took like the same time like twice. Like I wanted to take it first, like in the morning. Oh man. You know what? Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Yeah, at least I wasn't focused to some extent. That was not too bad, but yeah. Yeah, we took pictures at a damn sugar mill. God. It would be interesting, but realizing we went to a sugar mill, which is like not very accessible at all, just made it just horrible to me. And I was like, I don't want to do it. So it's just like, yeah, I was like, oh man. Yeah, our teacher was not the brightest, but you know, that's okay. She loved taking, our teacher was meant for taking, she already graduated with her bachelor. She preferred wedding photos. And of course she like lets some students have like some opportunities for wedding photos. You gotta respect the wedding photos, but man. Sometimes I get nervous doing event photos, but I only, if I ever decide like, oh, if my friend had a wedding, I'll probably just bring the camera. Which I did at some point, so yeah. I was like, oh, I'm happy that these two that my friends got married, and then, yeah, I could probably, actually, I could technically show it. Even though, I'm not talking about the pandemic, but yeah, this was like before the pandemic. That's one of my other friends who works for the county nowadays. That's, yeah. He's just taking a rest, or he's taking like night photos. That's one of my other friends too. I remember, oh man, one of my friends here, like, yeah, he does like a lot of tourism stuff, but I remember he loved taking photos of the ukuleles that he had, but our teacher just fucking was biased as hell. She didn't care. I was like, what the hell? What else do we got? Yeah, oh my god, my memories of photography in the 2020 was just not... It was okay, but it was not great. Compared to, like, of course, the first semester is just magic. But then the second semester is just like, ah. Sadly, I wasn't able to take classes with my mentor at this point. I remember, yeah, she took the theater class too and everything. She was she loves being in theater a lot on this island. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, see, look, he has his ukulele on. We got that little bit of whatever that is on his wrist, or yeah, that's a memory in itself. He loved playing with the ukulele too. It was pretty cool. But yeah, our teacher was just fucking sucked ass, because yeah, she was very like, she wasn't like, oh, what is it? Okay. It was like, why? Yeah, she was a horrible teacher sometimes, but she was okay. One of the weirdest times was when like I took like a night photo, but I can't, the problem is I can't access those photos anymore because my hard drive corrupted. So we can't see those photos unless I decide to like put up, like, get it from like my Google, my personal Google stuff. So yeah, yeah, these are pretty much most of the students. I don't know what they're doing now, but some of them, whether they be in Boys and Girls Club, some of them may be in like government, stuff like that. But yeah, we're at Sugar Mill. Couldn't really do too much of anything. Yeah, I mean, you know, spray paint and everything like that. I'm just so jealous that the other class got to go to a farm though. Like they had all the flowers and everything. That was beautiful. Oh man, yeah, that's our teacher. That was our teacher. She's not working at the college anymore, but yeah, that was just a pain. Oh man. Do I have some regrets taking this class? No. I at least got to learn some process. That eventually. Oh, that's me. Yes, at least I got to learn some Oh, this was the French toast sticks at yeah, the French toast sticks at Burger King. I recall because it was still breakfast time. Look at that. Look at the crust on that. If only it was Taco Bell, that would have been better. But no, it's okay. Here, I'll give you what you. Do you actually here? Yeah, 7-Eleven. Yeah, we'll go to 7-Eleven of this year because that's when they held their wedding. It was on a Friday. 7-Eleven. Yeah, that reminds me of like they took like some pictures at a 7-Eleven too, which is really funny. But the only shameful thing was that they lost their money box where like all the attendees gave like money or gifts, which is a real shame. So I was like, oh man, because my friend lost $40. He put $40 inside the envelope, and I got the $1. I got the $1 gift. Not the gift card. I got the $1 $1 card that I got from our local thing. But yeah, this wedding was September 11th. Not September 11th. What? July 11th. July 11th, 2024 or 2025. Excuse me. This was earlier this year. This was like 4 months ago. I was doing okay this time. It was not too bad. It was so it was my friend's wedding with his girlfriend of like about 10 or 11 years. Really crazy. Tongan family. Nice family. If you don't piss them off. Pretty much. But yeah, they were just everyone was in suits and everything. Yeah, there's one of the pastors right there, one of the other pastors. And the whole family's just right there. I only sat at like an angle. Yeah, this was not a good shot in focus. We focused on the men back there. That was my bad. But luckily we eventually, we got the focus in. Kind of okay. So I mean, yeah, of course it was in the bright sunlight. We didn't held it at night. So of course, my friend here is sweating. I don't know if the girlfriend was sweating too, but yeah, that was just... Oh man. Oh man, if you need me for your weddings, hit me up. No, I'm kidding. Oh no, you know what also got me salty? So the whole the company that did the photos and the videos for this place, it took like 3 or 4 months to get their like wedding videos. I'm like, god damn, it doesn't take like 3 or 4 months to do that. It shouldn't, you know, it should take at least a week or at least 2 weeks or something. I'm like, good lord, 4 months. But yeah, I sat at an angle, so sadly it was mostly facing my friend, so I tried to do this at grayscale because I couldn't think of like anything with like color. I didn't want to try grayscaling it, so it's not too bad. But yeah, it was just everything was all chill with the wedding. Yeah, I met them in college because they went to a separate high school for me because they were more up eastward and I was all the way west. So yeah, luckily the drive wasn't too bad, but it sucked because we were in the bright sun near the beach during this wedding. So I literally had to grab the umbrellas from my car so that at least me and my friend are not gonna be like burning. We're not gonna get sunburned and like burning in the sun while we wait for this procession to continue. But yeah, this was the family too. And this was my friend's whole entire Tongan family. I remember it was really funny because I remember my friend's like cousin literally like took my photo to say thank you because I just put these up like as soon as I got home that night. I was like, I'm gonna put these up. I'm not gonna wait a day. I'm gonna put these up because it was a really good event at the end of the day, and it really was. So it's not bad. We got like some, yeah, so this was the couple. Alexa was her name, Sateki is his name, and everything, and of course Sateki's looking at his family, while Alexa's probably looking at the camera, did not notice. But yeah, and then I got these were like the good photos I took. I was like, I didn't take any photos or events of the ballroom, because the pain in the ass was going to the ballroom. Because my friend had like a bum foot. He has foot problems, right? He has a hard time walking at this point, and it sucked because eventually he broke my umbrella to just use it as a cane. Because the walk from the beach to the ballroom is like half a mile away, so it was just horrible just to walk that far, especially for him. It just I had to wait like 15 minutes just from the walk. But yeah, I tried to do like a ballroom photo, but I was like, nah, I can't do it. Because we were far away from like where they were at. They usually like, yeah, they're like facing like pretty far away, and we were like far away near like the table for food and like treats pretty much. So it was just a pain, and we only stayed for about like 2 hours after this. So we stayed about like maybe, or no, I think we stayed like an hour. Then I got full. I got extremely full. And then my friend got bored and his family got bored, so I was like, I'm gonna bail. As usually the case, right? You just grab some food and bail. But I wasn't gonna make any leftovers because I realized, oh, this is a special event. And they took out all the food after everyone grabbed it. They didn't leave anything out. I was like, oh man, I got really full. I got really sick, pretty much. Not sick, but I got extremely full off of the event. But it was cool. And then later that day, I have it at all. That's the question. If this is the one, if this is what I think it is, this might have been the Bond dance. Because, oh no, I think actually, I recall. Yeah, I do. Okay, no, I remember this now because we didn't go. Oh no, we did. We did go to me and my friend. Like I always like to drag my friend to like the Obon dances. I have to say Obon instead of like Bon, because I'm so used to like, oh shoot, I'm so used to like calling it just Bon dances. But it was yeah, there was a lot of people there too. It was one of the bigger spots where people usually go because it was in that town specifically. Hanapepe, that's what it was. And I didn't take pictures earlier. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna finish my work. Because I said I didn't want to go to work that day. And I said, oh, I'm gonna go to work on a Saturday instead of a Friday just to make up my hours. And then, yeah, so this is, yeah, West Koi Hongwanji, Hanapepe. Usually a lot of people, so I think this is way too blue. Did I overblew it? I probably... Yeah, so this was the West Koi Hongwanji Bond Dance. This was during July 12th, pretty much. I'm going off the rails here, but you know what? I don't care. Yeah, so pretty much the whole thing was, a lot of people love to go to these events early on. You know why? Food. That's a lot of the reason. They serve, like, yeah, flying saucers. Flying saucers was like a... think of it like, it's like a burger, but like both, like, the bread is sealed in like a toast-tight pan, cooked, and it looks like a flying saucer. That's what it was. And it's not supposed to taste exactly like a flying saucer. If it does, it's not a flying saucer. It's supposed to taste close to it, but like it's like midway between like a burger and a flying saucer. So less sauce, more burger. That's what it was, and it tastes really good. It had like all cheese in there, a little bit of a lot of ketchup, and a whole lot of other stuff in there. That wasn't like, it wasn't salty at all. It was really good. But yeah, a lot of people like to go to the this is supposed to be like a little mini shop over here. You could buy like all your snacks and other goodies. Some coats, happy coats, you could buy there too. But I had my happy coat inside my backpack, which I probably left my backpack like somewhere like back there behind this Brada, but I don't know. This is, yeah. And then this one, I think I used this photo instead, just to clarify everything. Yeah, so, and then I made this one try to do some kind of grayscale-ish. I didn't want to like go overboard. I should have done this. That would have been better, but you know, it's okay. I tried to do like some experiment of like grayscaling it, but you know, nah. Yeah, and then this is the whole. Usually, my whole topic, whenever it came to doing like photos, at this time during our bond dances on the island, was that the whole idea was supposed to be I take like long exposures, so that you don't see the people specifically there, so they're moving around like it's like a blur, it's like a dance. So it's supposed to be, it looks like it's going fast, right? But it's actually a long exposure because, as you could tell, you could see the time over here is, was it 25 seconds? So over here at the top right, it's so small, but yeah, 25 seconds. I left this camera shutter open 25 seconds and we got this result. And I love the fact that like the people, yeah, you'll see some of them move and not move at all. So it was really weird being in the audience and seeing that. Oh god, the sign. Yeah, the West Koi Hongwanji. And then this was it during nighttime. Maybe, I don't know, did I overexpose this? That's 25. Same time, 25, but you kind of don't see it because it's all dark at nighttime. I just took a few shots. Yeah, so this was supposed to be it. A lot of people moving, whole lot of lights happening at night. A lot of families still going around, sitting around, like, during the event. While some people, usually there's two dances, or they dance twice. So they have one track list that goes from like 7:30 to up to like 9 something, and then it's like 9 something up to like 10:30ish. It's like an hour, like in 20 minutes. That's how long the whole track for the dances are usually. For this year specifically, I recall. So yeah, that's pretty much what it was. I think I have the same thing from last year. July. I don't know if this is the one, but who knows. I'm just flipping through a bunch of catalogs, and as soon as we put this up on the YouTube for the VOD, I might have to change the title to Pandemic Weddings Events. It's just all over the place. That's the crazy thing, but you know, it is what it is, as they say. Oh man. Bomb. Okay, was this during July of 2024? Because I didn't do shit during the last year. I took some photos, but I didn't do a lot of photos last year. But ironically, yeah, my photo taking stuff is on hold at the moment. It was last year, that's right. Okay, so I did the same thing last year, but I didn't know how to do the dances. Only this year I learned how to do the dances a bit more, so we got to try it. But I did, like this last year, I just was sitting down. Okay, as you can see, this photo justifies, yeah, more people going to the event last year than, you know, the one that I took. So yeah, there's a lot of people just waiting. They're trying to go around, buy some food, buy grinds. Usually they sell out of food pretty quick. They sell out for like about like an hour into the event. So it's just, oh man. Yeah, and you could tell July 12th, 13th. This was 2024. Yeah, this is the event. This photo kind of justifies it more. A lot of people going to dancing in the events. So that way I didn't like. I think what was it, 1/25th of a second, so this is not too bad as it is. We got some people. I remember I was saying, yeah, one of my friends is like right here. He's with his one of his friends. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I always take my friend Keiki along, usually to these events. This photo's, yeah, there's still a lot of people here. This is like probably during 7:30 or something. Yeah. And I was still doing kind of willy-nilly, but at least I got kind of a fix for using the camera, kind of. You can never say, oh, you're a master of the camera unless, like, you really know what you're doing. And did I know what I was doing? No. Unless you have, like, that picture in your mind and you want to try, like, learn to take pictures, yeah, maybe. But yeah, this is my friend, one of our friends from our college, Samuel. He went to Japan. he got to go study abroad in Japan during 1 year with one of our other friends, and he had he had some fun. He learned some interesting stuff, but yeah, he just missed home. He wasn't homesick by any means, but yeah, it was just a lot of complicated stuff. It is. Yeah, there's some of the dancing, some of the happy. I think this is one of my friends. Yeah, this is one of my friends from high school, and he's got his auntie in the back. I think this is auntie in the back. I don't remember. But yeah, this is a lot of the. I don't remember what dance this is. I have to remember what song it plays, but yeah. And yeah, usually they have some singers at the top too for like some songs for certain dances, right? So yeah. Oh, and this one was supposed to. I think yeah, this was supposed to be a brush fire near one of our near my home in stuff. So yeah, there was a brush fire. Luckily, I didn't. It stopped like soon after. Luckily, the firefighters did that. But yeah, it was just. Yeah, this is why I named it July 2024. But yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, I don't remember. Or May, March I do. Yeah, that's where we at. Almost an hour. Or maybe I'll give one more. I'll give one more piece of the puzzle. Let's see, what do we got? I already did September. I already did August. I forgot what I did April. No, we did April. We probably did June. Oh shoot. Do I have to look back at my old backup? Let's see. 2021? I literally... Oh, this was 2024. That wasn't much either. August 17th. Oh no, July 16th. No, that was at the fish pond. Oh. This is more at the fish pond. Shoot, yeah, I have like a bunch of beach photos. I guess I could. Yeah, I guess we could probably take a look at this one from July 9th, 2021. This was like about a year after pandemic. It was still kind of bad. Everyone's getting their vaccines at that point. But you know, yeah, we'll go there. Let's talk about this tonight. Come on. Scratch my head. Okay. Yeah, so this is yeah, July 9th, 2021. I remember I was working at like a fish pond, and I remember I was like, oh, I finished work today, but I wanted to do something. So I was like, you know what? I'll just chill here at this statue. What is this statue you may call? This is King Kaumo'oli'i. This was supposed to be the king of Kauai. One of the chiefs of Kauai here during the time of King Kamehameha I. He was one of the few people who surrendered, not surrendered, but like settled down. Like he didn't want to fight. There's no point in fighting, especially when everyone just gets taken down, right, through Kamehameha the Great, the first Kamehameha. But yeah, there's this statue of him because this is like this whole area where the statue is. It's supposed to be for like a fort. It's supposed to be like one of the forts that a lot of the people of Kauai made during King Kaumo'oli'i's time. But yeah, I was like, it's like, okay, this is like probably 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock at night, probably. And I was like, you know what? I want to try at least do something with the chief, because this was like this was probably recently when they put him in 2021. This was kind of recent. Sadly, not many people can access the place right now because they closed it for some odd reason. Because luckily there's a gate that blocks people from like camping there, but yeah, it was just no one could access like the bathrooms or anything at that spot. Because yeah, there were some bathrooms, pretty much. But yeah, King Kamui was one of the figures of Kauai, pretty much. The only thing I kind of wish we learned more about him, but you know, yeah. It's like right across like a funny thing. The building, like there's like a building right across here that's supposed to be like growing crops, and then you see the Hawaiian flag. It's not supposed to be in reverse, but you know, yeah. So I tried taking pictures of the statue at like different angles, pretty much. Was it okay? It was kind of okay, but you know, sometimes I screwed up on the focus on this camera, but you know, it looked kind of okay at least. Yeah. We're at 56 minutes. Okay, I'm just checking my time because as much as I want to stream, I didn't charge my controller, and I'm tired. So I just want to chill for a little bit. That's all it is. But yeah, so some of our photos here. I was by myself at this time, so luckily no friends were with me at that point. But yeah, the focus was kind of doggy because I couldn't really. It's hard to do like adjusting like focus without kit lens sometimes, unless you have a really good sight. And how would I take it 1/4? Yeah, you can't take bright ass photos at like 1/4 of a second. Can't do that. Still can't see him. You could kind of see him then, but it's just like it's kind of hard. There wasn't no extra light, but you know, it is what it is. This one, maybe at least the focus looks decent. See some stars, but yeah, you're not gonna be able to see Kamui too much, unless like you raise the shadows. But you compromise some of the Kamui. You don't really get that definition of like him in the night. So this was still trying to error. This one is like, yeah, you see the Milky Way in the back. Look at it's beautiful. But yeah, there was no light. You don't see any light shining up on Kamui, especially when cars are driving, right? Ooh, whoops. This shot looks not bad, but what happens if I... Yeah, that's not too bad either. I think I took like a warm temperature. Made it warm. This one you can't see too much. This one you can kind of see the stars, but you're not really. Yeah, there's just a lot of pixelization and a lot of noise. Looks kind of. Man, this could have been a Halloween thing, but you know, it is what it is. I didn't go to Halloween at all. I just enjoyed watching streams and just chilling out. That's one of the things I love enjoying about trying to do Twitch again. During my time of like, oh man, 8 months. Okay. Yeah, this one you can't really see it too much. This one you could kind of see it. Kind of, but not really. So if you raise like, yeah, the shadows, then yeah, Kamui appears to like kind of like pixelated, so yeah, it's just not that great. This one I think I like this one I liked a little bit more, but I wonder why originally when I tried to edit this photo, it was kind of warm. But yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go lower. And we could probably raise up a little bit more of the shadows, so it doesn't look too bad. Although maybe I might fix the angles of this. Yeah, let's like right there is not too bad. And you could see when I did my streams coming back, I had this photo as like a way to go in, but I didn't really like it because at least it didn't show like, oh, it's just wait, it's just like oh, here's a photo. Just snoring. Yeah, this was some of the magic. I at least got some opportunity to try. And it was really beautiful. But yeah, just waiting 8 o'clock at dark with no one is kind of freaky, especially in that area where it's kind of like not too safe. It's this photo I think I used for some of the for the streaming. You guess get at least some kind of light going towards King Kamui from the cars driving through. But I mean, and then you get to see like the beautiful long exposure that I took, like 90 seconds. So that's why you see some stars as lines. Actually, yeah, 90 seconds. You would think you're like 90 seconds. Oh, 90 seconds. Oh, that's all. No, sometimes they move. Those stars move fucking fast, bro. Sometimes they move fast, really fast. So yeah, that's one thing. And then, this is the last photo. I don't know why it was probably me or something that changed like the warmness, but yeah, these are pretty much the photos that we got out of the way. Out of like a kind of unfocused Kamui, but yeah, that's pretty much what I got. I want to do more of these shots, but I don't know. It's just kind of difficult and weird in some cases. I'll find it like new statues on the island to take pictures of. So it's just really weird at some angles. Like there's some statues on this island that I could try to do, but it's so difficult for me to do it because there'll be people walking. I don't want to be near people when I take photos like these, and then just other things. It's just like timing and such where like, oh, I don't want to go. I want to stay home and just relax. And sometimes it's not good to relax all the time, but yeah, you know. Yeah, but I mean, this was a peaceful spot. Yeah. Luckily, there's like more plants growing in that area too. It's great. But yeah, this was just luck, timing. Part of it was luck and timing too, because since it was during the summer, you get to see more of the Milky Way at night during the summer too. So that's part of the magic. But I think that might be it actually. That might be it for me. Because where were we at? We're at an hour. And luckily I didn't talk about this, but sadly it's now part of the VOD. That's gonna be soon. So yeah, that's part of the thing. Shoot. Okay. Luckily we talked about a lot of things for an hour. Sadly we didn't focus too much on the whole pandemic thing. But we went a bit over. We went a bit overboard. Pretty much. So yeah, weddings, pandemics, events, photos, landmarks, I guess, was a lot of what happened in the stream, I guess. Because as much as you have to take a lot of photos and take a look at, but sometimes you don't want to talk and like take too much of the photos, like. But yeah, this is nighttime too. It's just, oh man, I miss doing these nighttime photos, but I realized I gotta get my friend to come with me and do these things. So yeah, this will probably be it then. Okay, well, no chat, but you know what? That's okay. We got an hour out of the way, at least. Whoever was lurking, thank you for lurking. Man, I gotta take a huge dump. Oh, what a way to end it. Oh man. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna rate anyone. I'm just gonna stop the stream. If you find someone you enjoy, then by all means. But yeah, there's not much for me to do right now, but just stop the stream. So I hope you all have a wonderful day.